Kunal, what's your BTST ideas for our viewers?
So I'll go with two buy calls. The first one is one IEX. That's a chart which is looking attractive in terms of a breakout, potential breakout about the 180 marks. Would look out for 184 as a target. Stop loss at 174. And L&T Finance is the other stock which I believe is showing classical signs of relative strength as well as outperformance, trading above 150 plus levels. Would look out for targets in the range of 158. Stop loss at 150.
Right, so that is the BTST ideas coming from Kunal. Shivangi, do you have more BTST ideas for our viewers?
For quite well, and we have seen good amount of put call ratio that has been improving in this sector. Now, Marico has shown excellent trading volumes and open interest addition in the last 3 trading sessions. With a confirmation of the price as well, and on a weekly basis as well, it has been moving quite well from the last 5 weeks, making higher lows, which indicates that supports are shifting on the higher zones. So definitely a good pick on the radar, quite resilient even in such kind of a high volatility
Shivangi,
scenario.
if you could just repeat the name once again, we kind of lost the name of the stock.
65.
Shivangi, if you could just reiterate which was the stock that you were talking about in your BTST pick?
I was talking about Marico from the consumption space with a target price of 700 and a stop of 665.
All right, so those are the BTST ideas coming in from my experts. On that note, thank you so much, Rashi, as well as Shivangi and Kunal for being a part of the show, as well as taking us through the sectors that one can watch out for at this point in time. But Aisha, looks like we are ending near the day's highest point, and not been a bad day for the markets.
Not been a bad day at all, not just us. It was pretty much the global tide which took all of us as well up with it. So Asia has had a strong close. Europe is holding out well, and so did we. Managed to hold gap up and managed to stick by with those levels. So closing in with almost a 400-point gain for the Nifty futures. Not quite the 22,700 close, but 22,660 thereabouts is where we're shutting shop for the day, roughly on the Nifty futures. Pretty much all sectors have, participated today. We've got infrastructure, finance, and realty and FMCG, which did take the lead today. And pretty much it was all a sea of green across even the broader health of the market. 210 stocks standing to the advances with a count of just about 12. To the declines when it comes to the F&O universe. The big movers today, Jio Finance held out very well. There was Shriram Finance, BEL, Cipla, Titan, Grasim, Bajaj Finance. These were some of the names which actually held out quite smartly in trade. And within the liquid universe, BSE held up 6.25%. Hudco did very well with a 6% dash. Policy Bazaar held out very smartly. After those excise duty announcements, there was, and of course, the cool off in crude, OMCs held out very smartly. So HPCL had a gain of about 5.5% as well. And then Chola Finance, which also looked good by about almost 5.5% or so. Just few shades of red, and there was Delivery, which fell about almost 8%, IGL, Idea, Siemens, there was Astral, which was down about 1.3%, and within the large caps, I would say it's only Power Grid, which closed in the red, and then Tata Steel and Indocin, which were relative underperformers as opposed to the other large caps.
Yes, absolutely. But you have to take note of the rupee as well in today's trading session, because we saw a 0.5% cut coming in for the rupee, 86.262 to the dollar at this mark at 2-week low. Apart from that, you also have a lot of counters moving on back of tie-ups. You have BEL that saw a good up move on back of an order win. You have Tata Motors, which has come out with a clarification saying that JLR is evaluating options to address impact of the tariff. They're saying that JLR US shipment paused in April and did not emanate from any negotiation or an event. So you have Tata Motors that's given a clarification on that particular front today, a positive close coming in for Tata Motors. Apart from that, you have Mazagon Dock that is going to go ahead and pay a dividend of about 3 rupees per share. They've set a record date of April 16th. Take a look at Mazagon Dock, what it is doing in trade today. Ending day higher by about 2%. You have Transformers and Rectifiers that had come out with their Q4 numbers, and that particular counter reacted to those numbers. So Transformers and Rectifiers are the other counter to watch out for in trade today. But all in all, if you look at the markets, yes, we've also seen a bounce back with the rest of the globe. Even the European futures or other European markets are in the positive territory. US futures in the positive territory. Asia is shut shop in the positive territory, and so has our Indian market. So as we speak, we're shutting shop above that 22,500 mark for the Nifty, holding firmly in the positive territory. But with that, we're totally out of time on this edition of Closing Trades. Goodbye from me, Cheryl, as well as Aisha and the team that put the show together.